And there's Darren Williams. And it's Stuckey in at the 2.
You know, you look at Dallas, and that team didn't rely too much on the mid-range or the short game last season, but they could have. They shot 70% from 12 feet and in, excluding drives. That's pretty good.
And so here's Memphis. It's a 3-point game. Now here's Williams. The feed to Randolph. Shot clock at 5. Puts up the baby hook. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Ariza no luck. Harris outside. And it's Hill. That time the assist from Duncan.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Outside Williams. Screen by Sanders. 3-pointer. And again, it's Williams with a 3. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, that was a strong pick by Sanders.
And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Stuckey kicks to Randolph. It's stolen by Duncan. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career-high 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, a monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Stuckey for 3 for Dallas. They've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And he gets the bucket. Dragic has got his first bucket in this one.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Memphis trailing here. Randolph goes in, and that one's good.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish. You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against a better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups. And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Now, here's Ariza. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Clock at 4. That's good.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Dragic kicks to Nowitzki. Fades away. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Williams, here we go. Ariza has the open look. Poked loose. Randolph against Harris. Randolph kicks to Stuckey. Outside Williams. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Wizards. Williams kicks to Stuckey. And the pass to Sanders. Rejected by Nowitzki. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Here's Stuckey. Mavericks with the rebound.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Dragic. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now he's averaging about 19 points a game. Stuckey into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one. And last year, we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner, has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
Memphis has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And Sanders, here we go. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him. And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for the Mavericks. Follow comes in for Tobias Harris. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Lenz checked in for Sanders. Smith comes in for Zach Randolph. Barnes, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Bellinelli in for Darren Williams. Now a timeout called by Memphis. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Hill. Zach Randolph is checked in for Memphis. Williams comes in for Marco Bellinelli. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. Partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role.
And here's Dragic after the three-pointer from Darren Williams. 5 to shoot. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. 6 points for Nowitzki. Memphis leading. Now here's Williams. Guarded by Barea. Williams kicks to Randolph. Pass to Stuckey. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
Here's Williams after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Williams kicks to Randolph. And it's sent back by Nowitzki.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Barea, no good. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Dragic against Stuckey. And it's sent back by Nowitzki.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Barea with him. Williams picks him up. Here's Barea. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. That ties it up.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Nene comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Hill in for Goran Dragic. Now here is Hill. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Averaged a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
Here's Williams. Following the basket by George Hill. Randolph against Nene. Randolph's shot is good. Randolph's got 7 points.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999. So it's a rare feat.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Randolph. Stuckey with it. He's picked up by Hill. Williams dishes the land. Pick by Williams. Goes up off the pick. And the dunk by Len.
Boy, that was a strong pick by Williams.
Barea, the pass to Zeller. Now here's Barea. Tight defense on him. Got a piece of it. Memphis leading by 4. To the left side wing. Williams sends a screen for Barnes. 6 to shoot. Williams kicks to Randolph. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Stuckey can't get it to go. Barea with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. A follow outside. Inside. Nene. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. Alex Len picks one up.
Okay. And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stopped a sure thing slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Randolph. Bellinelli comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Williams.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
A nice shot by Zeller. Zeller's got his first 2 points.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Bellinelli. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Off the pick. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Hill dishes to Nene. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Larkin. Bellinelli. A good close contest so far. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Grizzlies.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
The Mavericks trailing.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Trevor Ariza up there with Smith. Then there's Bellinelli. Then there's Sanders. And it's Larkin in the point guard position. Now here is Smith after the miss from Tyler Zeller. And Smith with the stuff.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Barea kicks to Hill. Nene the pass to Hill. Barea dishes to Zeller.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the...
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Mavericks have just 2 free throws and 5 attempts today.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Mavericks making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Screen by Smith. All alone. Nice shot by Larkin. Larkin's got his first points of the night. Mavericks trailed by 5. Barea kicks to Nene. In the corner, it's Harris. And the shot's good from Nene.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Larkin. Ariza outside. Sanders with a screen on Harris. Bellinelli with the 3. And his third shot of the night. No good. 0 for 3. On the wing of Flello. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The good-looking shot from the wing. And now just a 1-point Grizzly lead. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The dish now to Bellinelli. Kicks to Sanders. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, he's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Dragic in for J.J. Barea. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Sanders with a screen on Dragic. Larkin, the pass to Sanders. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Sanders has got 4 points in the quarter. Nene outside. Screen by Duncan. The shot by Nene, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And so it's Dallas with it. They trail by 3. Here's Duncan. No good. Good D by Sanders.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Left side, Ariza. Passes to Smith. Ariza goes in. Rejected by Harris. 5 to shoot. And there's the 3-second violation. Mavericks trailed by 3. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And it's Memphis on the break. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Memphis also making some changes. Stuckey comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Williams in for Larkin. Here's a Flalo from 12 feet out. Good work defensively by Stuckey. Williams attacking. And the dunk by Sanders.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Now here's Williams. 9 points in the game so far. Dishes it to Stuckey. In the corner, Smith with it. 5 on the clock. Duncan with the block. And it's Dragic off the drive. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Stuckey. Off the inbound. Nowitzki. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Hill, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. Now here's Williams. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And it's Randolph with the jam.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And so here is Dallas following the score by Memphis. Harris inside, working on Williams. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Tobias Harris. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And it's Ariza in the corner. He feeds it to Sanders. Ariza kicks to Sanders. Memphis moving that ball around. Nobody near Williams. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Harris with it. Picked up by Stuckey. Out to Harris. Fires the 3. No luck. Good work defensively by Stuckey. Memphis has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ariza kicks to Williams. From the wing. Jump shot is good that time. Williams has got 11 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Outside Dragic. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Fades and shoots. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
From deep, Williams. Another miss by Williams.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second. And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
For Memphis, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter. Oh.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Nowitzki, good.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
It's Williams with the drive. Sanders, high post. Back to Williams. Sanders sets the screen for Williams. Out to Stuckey. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the first one drops.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Alex Len's checked in for Sanders. And it's Barnes in for Trevor Ariza. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season, said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel, and did something else.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. An interesting thing about George Hill, he was traded from the Spurs to the Pacers a few years back. Many people were surprised the Spurs would even trade a valuable veteran when they were trying to win a championship. But who did they trade him for? Kawhi Leonard. A pretty good deal.
Well, you know, Hill is really solid. He knocks down open shots, can run the offense or play off the ball equally well. I think he's a terrific combo guard. Gives you a little bit of everything and does it in a professional way. And that's typically what attracts him to other teams.
Nene, he's checked in for Dallas. Swallow comes in for Goran Dragic. The Grizzlies also making a change. Bellinelli's checked in. Now here's Williams. 11 points in the game. Glenn, a screen. Outside, Bellinelli. No good. And it's Dallas the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Here's Nowitzki. It's rebounded by Memphis. Williams dishes to Randolph. There's the screen. Glenn, a screen. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Harris misses. Pass to Len. Knocked loose. Taken away by Nene. It's Hill on the wing. Harris outside. Nowitzki a screen. Clock at 6. From 13. The bank shot, no good. Memphis trailing here. Williams kicks to Randolph. .59 seconds left to play in the first half. And he gets the bucket. Randolph's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Now the feed to Nowitzki. Stolen by Len. Randolph inside. Defended by Nowitzki. Len, a screen. Barnes kicks to Williams. Randolph a screen. Len.
Alex Len.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Here's Nowitzki. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
That was a beautiful fadeaway. Knocked it down with the defender right in his grill.
Barnes passes to Randolph. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
We've seen Nowitzki playing a good game here. He has 14 points and 5 block shots. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Truly, they have no answer for him at all.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Guys, I love his activity, patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there. He's really made a statement at the defensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Nowitzki is out there with Duncan. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hill in at the point. Here's Hill following the score by Memphis. And he gets it to go. 16 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Larkin kicks to Randolph. 5 on the clock. Duncan with the block. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Hill. And it's 6 points for Goran Dragic.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Here's Larkin. Drains the three-pointer. Larkin's got his second basket of the night.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Sanders against Duncan. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Duncan's got 7 points in the game.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
The pass to Sanders. And it's sent back by Hill. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Dragic is running. He kicks it to Hill. It's taken away by Stuckey. Nice shot by Larkin. Larkin's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
I tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win seasons, his whole career. The complete package on the box.
A different look for Dallas. Swallow comes in for Harris. And Barea subbed in for Hill. Memphis also making some changes. Lenz checked in for Sanders. Smith comes in for Zach Randolph. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Larkin. Nowitzki dishes to a Swallow. That's tipped. Here's Nowitzki. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Josh Smith. And Duncan, who briefly contemplated retiring after last season, showed in the playoffs, Greg, he is still very much at the top of his game.
Listen, Tim Duncan, for me, is the greatest power forward to ever play the game, although Pop will tell you he's actually a center in the power forward's body. Hey, what a great matchup. How great was he, I should say, in the matchup against the Clippers last season. And throughout his career, he has been more consistent than a clock. I mean, it doesn't matter the year or who he's up against. This guy just finds a way to leave his mark on the game.
And here's Barea. Josh Smith getting his 3 to go. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Memphis moving that ball around. Ariza with the bucket.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Now here's Barea. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Dragic kicks to Nowitzki. And he gets it to go.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Williams with the ball. Guarded by Barea. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Aaron Aflalo.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 6. Duncan kicks to Nowitzki. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Len. And he jams it after taking the nice beat on the run.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's Ariza. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Stuckey passes to Smith. Aflalo pulls it in.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
Dragic with it. Picked up by Stuckey. Duncan with a screen on Stuckey. Dragic dishes to Aflalo. Here's Duncan. Dallas again missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark D-League team, which you think is going to help us.
I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
And for Memphis and the D-League, they made the most of it. Set 3 players for a total of 14 assignments with the Energy, and that's how you make the most of an affiliate.
Nene, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Barea. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Memphis leading by 11.
You know, considering the Grizzlies and their D-League partnership, it really makes sense for the franchise. Memphis has always been a place where they grow their own talent. A lot of good players that come out of Memphis. Not a lot of big names signed in free agency by the Grizzlies.
That's his first personal foul.
What a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
Now here's Nene. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5.
Oh, goodness.
Woo. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Dragic again, Stuckey. Aflalo kicks to Dragic. To halt the run. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Dragic has got 4 points this quarter. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Stuckey left side. The 10-footer. And that one's good. Stuckey's got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. Checking out the game Goran Dragic is having. He has 8 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
He's off on the second.
And, guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to big.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Last year we saw Kawhi Leonard win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond Green was runner-up, and although he was a power forward, I thought Clark, he was defending on the perimeter quite a bit.
Yeah, he was. And, you know, it's only the 8th time out of 33 Defensive Player of the Year awards that's not been given to a big guy. So, well earned by Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green very easily could have won the award, too.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here's Larkin. He's got 7. Here's Randolph. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Shane Larkin gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
It's Dragic with the drive. And a follow wide open. He shoots. Goes back up. Zeller.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's a Flalo. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here's Larkin. Inside. Barnes passes to Randolph. Stolen by Nene. And here we go. Fast break. Barea's got it.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Barnes dishes to Randolph. 6 to shoot. Larkin kicks to Sanders. Bellinelli gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Out to the right wing. Barea, the pass to Zeller. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. His scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage, too. So really solid production in his first couple of years.
And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. A different look for Dallas. Kent Bazemore's checked in for a follow. And George Hill's subbed in for Goran Dragic. Hill, no good.
And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
Randolph a screen. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Bazemore for three. Nene trying to get open. And Kent Bazemore good for three.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Here's Larkin. 7 points in the game. It's stolen by Barea. Fast break, Dallas. Hill leading the charge. And that is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Larkin, vicious to Bellinelli. Barnes kicks to Sanders. Poke loose. Pass to Larkin. Outside, Bellinelli. No good. And it's Dallas the other way.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. And Kent Bazemore, the long-armed lefty out of Old Dominion, where he was the Division I Defensive Player of the Year back in 2011. A 5-year senior. He graduated with 2 degrees, one in criminal justice, the other in human services.
And Bazemore grew up in a small town, Kelford, North Carolina. Clark, less than 300 people.
And a very tight-knit community, as you might expect, Kevin. His uncle owned the local diner. And you see that in his demeanor. Very social, a humble guy. He's really a nice presence in the locker room.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Well, you have to love the energy and the effort given every night by Kent Bazemore, hustling for loose balls. Greg, a lot like you, actually. Runs the floor like a tornado, can handle the ball, the consummate role player.
He really is. And you know, you can have to have guys who can be effective without the basketball, Kevin. There's only one out there.
Right.
And you're going to have 5 guys, so you need other areas of the game to be effective. And he focuses on the defense, the rebounding, all those little things that add up to victories.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Perkins, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Duncan in for Nene. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Alex Len's checked in for Sanders. Ariza comes in for Barnes. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Williams in for Larkin. Right side, Williams. Ariza passes to Stuckey. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Williams. That time the assist by Stuckey. And that's 15 points for Williams.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
The first one falls.
Okay.
And he can't hit the second. Here's Stuckey. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And we've reached the end of the third. Grizzlies lead by 8. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Here is Williams. So on the floor for Memphis. They've got Smith. Williams is out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Len in at the 5 spot. Williams attacking. Back to Smith. And the baseline jumper, no good. Hill dishes to Bazemore. Here's Duncan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, another good game tonight for Duncan here. He's got 8 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they've needed it. And you know what? Last season, Tim Duncan added another record to his growing resume. I mean, he passes Karl Malone as the all-time leader in double-doubles.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Just 5 to shoot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. With Duncan in the double-doubles record, it says so much about just how he has delivered on the floor, Clark, for so long.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, double-doubles didn't get recorded until fairly recently. Don't let that take away from what Duncan has accomplished. He's one of the all-time greats.
Outside Hill. And that one's good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Smith sets the pick for Williams. Smith kicks to Williams. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that fun.
And no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
For the finish. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies
cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told his guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Thanks, Doris. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Sanders comes in for Len, and it's Zach Randolph in for Josh Smith. It's Williams with the drive. Softly drops in the floater. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Here's Hill. That's short off the rim. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Outside Williams. He dishes it to Randolph. Back to Williams. Kicks it to Randolph. That's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Hill drives in. He's more for 3. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 6 assists in the game.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. It's stolen by Duncan. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. And the rejection by Sanders. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Here's Nowitzki. Good D by Sanders.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Randolph in the posts. Duncan on him. Randolph can't hit. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here's Bazemore. And that one is stuffed right through.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Outside Williams. Sanders with a screen on Hill. Williams passes to Sanders. Stolen. And it's the Mavericks on the break. It's tipped. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Stuckey. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Dallas calls timeout. Without question, Darren Williams displaying his skills today.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Dallas making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. Outside Williams. Randolph a screen on Dragic. Dragic against Williams. Shot clock at 5. The dish now to Randolph. It's stolen by Duncan. To tie it up. No good from Dragic. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Ariza kicks to Williams. Down low. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Duncan. And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And here's Dragic. A follow outside. Here's Nowitzki. It's good. This game is all even. Nowitzki's got 22.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
It's Ariza on the wing. Looking to end the drought. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's 12 points for Trevor Ariza.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Now Williams. Pass to Ariza. Dishes to Randolph. Back to Ariza. Just 5 on the clock. The drive by Randolph. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Now here's Williams. He feeds it to Stuckey. Sanders in the post. Defended by Nowitzki. Sanders' shot is good.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks. You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Randolph sets a screen for Williams. Feeds it to Randolph. Ariza kicks to Williams. Reverses. Rejected by Nowitzki. But they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so here is Dallas. A 2-point game. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Gets the bucket and the foul. Larry Sanders picks one up. Hill is checked in for Goran Dragic. Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
Williams. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor. The drive by Hill. Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back. Duncan with a screen on Ariza. And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Nowitzki. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Nowitzki's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Yeah, and you know, the Mavs got bounced out by the Rockets in 5 games in round 1. They were able to avoid the sweep, but losing the first 3 was way too much to overcome.
Williams dishes to Randolph. Shot clock at 5. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Tim Duncan picks one up.
And for Dallas in the playoffs, really it didn't help to have the Rondo drama going on at the time. Even if that hadn't happened, though, you got the feeling that they were overmatched against a red-hot Houston team.
Randolph has been superb. He has 9 rebounds, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Bazemore passes to Nowitzki. Got a hand on it. Here's Ariza. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Screened by Sanders. Williams kicks to Randolph. Here's Ariza. Offline with his three. Mavericks trailed by 3. A follow outside. Screen by Duncan. Right wing. And Nowitzki gets it to go down on the assist by Aflalo. Aflalo's got 4 assists now tonight. Grizzlies have got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Ariza kicks to Williams. Randolph dishes to Williams. Back to Randolph. They double-team Randolph. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Aflalo. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Aflalo's got 4 this quarter. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Zinovich tipped away. Stolen by Randolph. Williams with the ball. Down low. And stolen by Nowitzki. Here's Bazemore. Money!
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Stuckey against Aflalo. Randolph in the post. Yes!
Well, it's really hard to stop Randolph right now.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 1. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. So both teams making some changes here. It's stolen by Ariza. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're losing by 3. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick two. I think they've got to look for a quality three to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Nowitzki for three. He's off from three.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
From deep three-point range, no good. So it's Memphis picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him.